The streets will never make you grow. It's not a seed, it's a gutter. There's no happy endings in this life. So this is my message to you. The streets will never love you back.
Pow! What's up, guys? All right, I'm sorry about the delay. Obviously, I had something going on with my laptop over here. Hopefully, in the future, we can make this into a bigger setup. But I want to thank everybody for joining me. Hopefully, you catch up and you get into the room. Now, today the topic is the pitfalls of the internet, the disadvantages of the internet. As you know, our children are on the internet and everything we say and do is being monitored. The same thing as in the streets, New York City. New York City has changed so much from me growing up, from the past to today. Now, back in the day when I was a kid, we would leave the house. There was no cameras. There was no monitoring, no easy passes, no cell phones, none of this. People have their recordings on now. Everywhere you go, there's a camera. If you go through a bridge, you have an easy pass, you're being monitored. Everything, you're being monitored. They know everything about us. They know what we like, what we don't like. So it's very smart to tell your children, be careful what they do on the internet, because 30 years from now, they can use these clips of anything your children say, whether it's voicing their opinion about something. Say, if you're a Democrat or Republican, they'll use it against you later on in life. This is the new world we live in, So the internet can be very good at times. You could use it for resources and good things to use it as a tool, but it could also hurt you. It could benefit you and it could also hurt you. So this is something I wanted to talk about. Now, as for me, when I was a kid, growing up, as you know, your past always comes back to haunt you. And that's what happened to me, So when someone looks at me, some people are going to look at my story and they're going to be inspired by it. And some people are going to look at my story and they're going to knock me and say, well, you know what, you did this, you were involved in that. So some things I'll never live down in my life. So it's a good conversation, just to tell your children about the internet, because now with this TikTok, we have our children dancing on the internet, or maybe they're dressing up, putting makeup on. You have to be very careful because you don't know who's watching and they're monitoring everything. So it's a scary place today, So I felt that this would be a good topic to talk about. Like I said, I'm sorry about the delay. We got 51 people in the chat. Hopefully, all these other people that were in there, they would catch up. And let me give a shout out to a couple of people in the room. Boston J, I hear you. Now listen, I have a photo of my mother on top of the screen. The reason why I have that photo is because today my mother has passed away. 10 years today, she's gone. So it's like a memory of her. So I wanted to put that up there. Listen, I miss my mother daily. My mother was a God-loving person. I think about her every day. I think about my father every day. And, God bless all our moms and dads. God bless our children. And, listen, in the course of life, you start from a child and you grow to become hopefully a better person, through the course of your experiences. When I was a kid, my mom and dad separated, as you know. My father moved to Manhattan. My mother stayed in Brooklyn. And my mother, we always struggled in life. We never had anything handed down to us easy. Thank you, Gary. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. We never had anything easy. We always had to go out there and bring something home to the house. Sometimes the electric was going off. As far as a phone, our phone, we had a phone every so often. If we had a big phone bill, the phone bill wouldn't get paid for a long time, until we got the money to pay it. So I know how it is to struggle. I never had anything ever handed to me. That's one of the reasons why I went out there and I stole and I looked up to these guys, and that was a way of getting by. you know and listen, when I talk about the mob, because a lot of these people are fascinated by the mob, listen, in the mob you have good guys and you have bad guys. Not every bad person in the mob, it's not every guy in the mob is a bad person. You have some good guys in the mob that are good people, but you have some really vicious people out there too, and it's a vicious life. I'm not telling anybody to go join the mob. I would never ever want my children to be involved in the mob. You know, and these guys, when I look at them and they make their sons, I say, you know what? You're making your son into what? What kind of life are you giving them? That's not the love of a father, to put your son in this life in the street. It's a scumbag life. It really is. It's a terrible life. But it's a good conversation to have today. Listen, as I get older, I'm growing. That's what I'm doing. I'm looking at myself and I want to do better. I want to help people. And as you know, I want to give my life to God, because look, there's a beginning and there's an end. I'm not going to be here forever. You're not going to be here forever. It's inevitable. We're all going to die. So it's good to do the right thing. And, you know, if you do the right thing, eventually it's going to pay off. I see a lot of people that do the right thing in life and they give their life to God. And they're doing very good in life. So as long as you have goodwill and grace and you have it in your heart to do right and you mean it, that's going to go along with you and you're going to do very well in life. So, I just wanted to share that with you guys. Now, getting back to the internet, I wrote a couple bullets that I want to talk about. In today's society, you know, back in the day when I was a kid, you left the house and not everything was recorded. Today everything's recorded. There's cameras all over the place. So you could never, ever live down anything you did as a kid. Say, for example, we'll use the N word. You call somebody the N word, that's going to follow you for the rest of your life. If you call someone something derogatory, it's going to follow you the rest of your life. Say, for example, you do something to harm somebody. That's going to follow you the rest of your life, even if you're a child. So, it's something to understand. And also about, the internet, you got to be very careful. I try to teach my kids, they're on the TikTok. Sometimes they dance and you have a lot of bad, evil people out there, and I try to explain this to them. I mean, listen, when I was a kid, I grew up very fast. When I was 13 years old, in all honesty, I was like 21. I'm hanging out with wise guys. I'm in their house. Some of them are putting down cocaine on the table. I'm doing cocaine as a young kid. I mean, this is what these guys were teaching us. So thank God my kids aren't in the street. They're going to school. And I teach my kids too. I got two daughters. I teach them. I say, what? Never, ever depend on a man. Go to school, get an education, and you know what? Become something and do something with your life, because it's very important. But that's where I am today in my life. I want to see my kids do good. I want them to grow, and I want them to be a good part of society and make something of their lives. That's where I am. All right, so let me give a couple of shout outs. I see Gary. Gary's from the inner circle. Gary, it's always good to see you. Gary is a part of Michael Franzis, his inner circle. Great guy. Richard Morella. Hi, Richard. Joe Delamora, I see you. Live and Let Live. Anthony 1. John O'Master. Thomas Picarillo. Sundays with Jimmy and Gravy. Thanks. Mrs. McGinnis. Miss Can't Be Wrong. It's good to see you. Joey D'Angelo. Hi, Joey. So, and Boston J. I see Boston J. All right, good. Boston J's got everything under control. Gunslinger. I see Gunslinger. And thank you, Gary. I appreciate that. Look, I try every day. You know what? Every day's a new day. I try. But anyway, I put a photo of my mom up there. You know, I miss my mom a lot. And I think about her often, every day probably. I think about my father too. You know, I lost my mother at the age of, I think she was 65 years old. She just turned 65. Her birthday is March 2nd, and then she passed away April 3rd, 10 years ago today. And it's really a sad story because, you know, at that time, my niece Nicolette was actually having a sweet 16, and she was talking every day about her sweet 16. And she just passed away right before the sweet 16, and she never got to go. And we continued, and we went to the sweet 16, and we made the best out of it because that's what my mother would want. But listen, we all lose someone in our life, and you know that either changes you and makes you better. You know, so you know, I got a lot of good memories with her. I tear up when I talk about her because I love her so much, you know. But so let me get back to the internet thing. Now, living in New York, I tell you, in all honesty, it's like a prison. You have the cameras all over the place. At the end of the month, what I do is I punch in my plate because I always have to pay tickets. Sometimes I go through the yellow lights and I grab a ticket. I don't like to stop at red lights. I don't know. It's just a habit. I don't like to stop at them unless like I'm 2 cars behind somebody. If I'm in the front, most likely I'm going to pass the red light. It's just something that I'm used to. But I always have like $100 in tickets every month. And New York is like so expensive to live here. Between the bridges, the tickets, the food today, the gas, it's insane. It really is, you know. But hopefully one day, get out of New York, and you know, I'm trying to be successful every day. You know, if I'm not okay, my kids aren't going to be okay. So I try every day. But what I'm going to do is I'll drop a link. We'll talk about this, you know, and you know, the kids today, we have to teach them, our children today, because, you know, I want to teach my kids my beliefs, not some school teacher teaching my kid what they believe in. You know, today the school teachers, they install what they want into our children. You know, I want my children to believe in God. You know, I want my children, hi Sherry, it's always good to see you. I want my children to believe in God. I want my children to you know, I want them to work hard. You know, I want them to become something. I want them to be good people. You know, I want them to know what this country was built on. Listen, I love America. I really do. I love America. As far as the government, I don't know. I think the government, there's a lot of crooked politicians in this country. You know, it's sad to say, but it is. We know it is. There's a lot of crooked politicians, and they have special interest in so many things that are going on in this planet. And it's all about the dollar at the end of the day. It's a sad thing, but that's the way it is. So what I'll do is I drop a link, and you guys can come on. We'll talk about this topic. If you got something going on in your life, we can talk about that. Eric Steins, what's up, Eric? I see you. Gerard, JF. And so let me drop a link, and then we'll get to business, okay? How about that? It's always good to come here on the Sunday and see all you guys, see everyone in the chat. I'm not sure if Joey D's here. Usually Joey D's here, you know. He might be working. I'm not sure. I talk to Joey D maybe 2-3 times a week. Frankie Valley was great. Gary. I love Frankie Valli. I actually saw Frankie Valli in concert in Atlantic City, and I saw the Jersey Boys too. We went to the play in Manhattan. Me, my sister, husband, and it was a great play, I tell you. But Soprano Street, how are you? Gaetano Bracco, I see you. So I drop a link. You guys can come on. We'll talk about this. Listen, there's so many things to talk about in life. There really is, There's a lot of people where you think that they're your friends and you find out that they're not your friends. People make promises they can't keep. So there's a lot of disappointments in life. And like, I want my children to know that don't trust people, don't believe what people say. Actions speak louder than words. That's for sure. So look at people's actions. Don't listen to their words. True Times, Beth Avenue Crew stories. Yes, I have plenty of them. I'm going to give you some jailhouse stories too soon. Talk about prison, what I learned in prison, how to do time, things like that. I went away. I was 23 years old, and I did close to 6 years in jail. 23 years old. Think about it. Lewisburg Penitentiary. These guys today, these older guys, these wise guys, in all honesty, you know what? They're used to the easy life and the money. These guys, they get pinched. They don't want to do a day. I'm not saying all of them, because a lot of them, they do time, but there's a lot of them where they're in the street, they get pinched. Look, they can't do a day. I did time with people. Look, they were crying. They got 5 years. They were crying. When I did time, I'll tell you, I had a lot of nice times. I made the best of it. I worked out. I got into a routine. I went to school. I got my GED. I took some college correspondence courses. I got healthy. Did some writing. Did a lot of writing. And this is what you do. You live and you learn. Dominic Pizzo, what's up? Hi, Paisano. Grace, I see you. The writer, I see the writer. If you're a real writer, you should email me. We got the New York dad in here. What's up?
Yo, what's up, bro?
How's everything?
How's everything with you? I got nervous before for you.
Yeah, listen, hey, every so often something like that's gonna happen, But what I do is I just backtrack and I erase it, then I come on again. You know what it is? Listen, hey, eventually this platform is gonna grow, and I'll probably have a desk with some microphones. I mean, real soon, hopefully, as long as I put it together, when soon they have the drive to do it. But what's going on with you?
Nothing, bro. Just over here hanging out at home Sunday, taking it easy, and back at it tomorrow with these sneakers.
Yeah. So how's your channel doing? How's the sneaker business?
Hey, it's growing little by little, but the sneaker business is getting crazier and crazier as we go along. But it's therapy. It's therapy for me.
But it's also profitable, no?
Yeah, it's profitable. Listen, I don't resell. I don't resell yet. I'm making up merch. I'm doing things. I'm letting people get on and plug their stuff. Plug their channel or their business in, and I help people get the shoes. I teach people that want shoes that don't know how to get the shoes. I show them how.
Okay.
I mean? But you come by and it goes crazy in there. You ruffle feathers when you come in.
Hey, so the thing is, look, my email is therealjimmycalandra@gmail.com. That's not for you. That's for somebody else.
Okay.
So you can email me at therealjimmycalandra@gmail.com. You know what? I know you have children. How old are your children?
Me?
Yeah.
I got 5. I got 5 girls. The oldest is 18. I got 16, 14, 10, and wait, I missed 12. I missed. They're all 2 years apart.
You got 5 girls?
5 girls, bro.
Oh, God bless you. So you know what? You're like, look, you're like me. I'm surrounded by girls.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm a girl dad.
Look, the girls are the best.
Yeah.
Okay, they really are. They're the best. But now, you know, with this internet, I'm sure you teach your children about this internet.
Yeah.
You know, because you know it's a double-edged sword. There's a lot of things where you know, say you say the wrong thing, it could follow you forever. And 20, 25 years from now, someone will pull up and say, "Look, this person said so and so." So it's like you can't grow today in life. You know, it's like you're stuck in one place. If you say something bad, they hold on to it forever.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen, my kids get on this internet. They have to be controlled. Yep. Because they'll be up all night. You don't know who's in there. You don't know what's going on. You know, they'll go into their room. They have a game called Roblox. That's the worst game that these kids could get on. There's creeps in there. There's all kinds of crazy people in there. And they try to lure your kids in. It's, you know, you got to keep an eye on this shit. You know
I do surprise inspections.
The wife does surprise inspections on all their equipment.
I'll tell you what, and you have to do that. And I just look, see me. Sometimes my head is somewhere else, and I just started doing that. Like I sat my daughter down today, and I was telling her, you know what, be careful what you put on TikTok. Be careful what you say, and also you can't believe who's who on the internet. Exactly. I mean, you can have a photo up there. You might think that it's maybe a 12, 13-year-old kid. And you know what? Behind that photo might be a parasite.
Well, now my kid's school, one of my kids' schools.
Like all the teachers, they're like watching.
All the teachers are watching now.
But like they make like a ghost account.
What is that site?
The Snapchat, even Instagram.
They make these ghost accounts on Snapchat,
and
they're watching all the kids that are in their classes. And I think it's a good idea, but all of a sudden, all these kids, they are all stuck together, and they made a secret page, and they give out information to each other.
They're like, be careful what you post.
Be careful what you post. The teachers are watching us. And you know, when it gets to that point, then I'm okay with it. You know what I mean?
You know what? And I'll tell you what, that's another scenario. The teachers are watching, and look, that's a good thing. I like that, and that's why I tell my daughter, I say, you know, you got to be careful what you post on here because it'll follow you for life.
It'll follow you for life.
You know, but the kids think that by doing the group chat that they're getting away with, like they're beating the teachers, but at the same time, they're watching what they post.
Yeah.
But they don't realize that that's happening.
They don't realize what that's happening. The teachers are actually using some kind of reverse psychology on them.
Yeah.
And they don't realize it. But it's working. It's working. But other than that, Jimmy, you know, I just come to say hello. I love watching your show. You're doing your thing. You're a big inspiration to me and a lot of people. You might not know it, but you're a big inspiration to a lot of people. Well, and you know, you did it. So I know that I could do it too. The sneaker thing is just therapy for me. It keeps me out of the street. It keeps me out of trouble. It keeps me from doing stupid shit.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you, absolutely. And you know, it's a good hobby.
Yeah.
You know, it's a good hobby. And I mean, look at this. Look, you collect all these sneakers. You know, you network with all these people that are interested in sneakers. I mean, people reach out to you and they ask you, listen, hey, do you have these sneakers? And they'll say, listen, I have these sneakers if you're interested.
Exactly. That's what happens in my channel. You get to meet other people, network with other people that do sell those sneakers, and they'll contact you. You'll exchange your Instagram, and you'll network with each other, and you could get whatever you want. You could find it through my channel. Basically, that's what it was meant to do. It was actually meant to bring the sneaker community a little bit closer together. And, you know, there's a lot of shit going on also with these big companies. It's just crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy what's going on. And this is a good hobby.
Yes. And listen, hey, it's fun and it's profitable. I mean, listen, hey, I was watching a video about a guy. He had an old pair of sneakers, like maybe 20 years old. They were socked away. They were filthy. He pulled them out. He cleaned them up. They were worth $30,000.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, it's insane.
Somebody pulled out a pair. What was it? 2 weeks ago. Somebody from my channel, and he pulled out some uncle or aunt of theirs, old couple. They pulled out a pair 1985 original, still in the box, still with the tag, Air Jordans, $35,000 shoe,
That's insane.
brand new.
Isn't
They
that
didn't know what they had?
wow? That's crazy.
And they said to the guy, they said, "Oh, we found these in the closet. You know, they've been there for a long time. Are these worth anything?" I said, "Oh my God!" It was the nephew. He said, "Yeah, they're worth $35,000."
Wow.
They
That's
were like, "Oh wow!" They were startled when he told them. But yeah,
that's like the baseball card business. I collect baseball cards. I love baseball cards.
I know. I watched you.
I mean, I just store them. I sock them away. I just keep on putting them away.
Yeah,
You know?
you don't open them.
Oh, some packs I keep closed, but I keep them in plastic.
I watched you open up a bunch of packs one day. I know they're worth stuff with like some of them have glue on them or something.
Yeah, you know, if you get a good box, an old box, it's good to, you know, you film it, you open it up, get some good rookies, you know.
Yeah. You know, yeah. All right. Yeah, listen, we all need a hobby, especially the way we grew up or the lifestyle we had. We all need something to take our mind off of what we used to do. We don't want to fall back. Me personally, I don't want to go back. No way. I don't want to go back. And I've been doing good for the past 20 years. I haven't gone back.
Good, keep on doing it.
You know, so you know, it's just I look forward to watching your show every Sunday.
Thank you.
If I'm out, I race home to come watch your show. But yeah, that's it. That's all. I just came to say what's up. You know, talk. You know, just say what's up, and that's it.
All right. Well, listen. Thanks for showing up, New York Dad. And listen, I'll be
that on YouTube, man. Anybody interested in learning about sneakers, go subscribe, bro.
Hit up the New York Dad.
The New York Dad. That's it. You'll find my beautiful face right there.
And it's always good to see you.
Thank you. Always good to see you, bro. Love you.
All right. I love you. I'll see you soon. Thank you.
Good one.
New York Dad. Good guy. Boston J. I see you. Okay, guys. So I got Gary Monteleone. I don't know how to pronounce your last name. Monteleone. A guy was arrested for using a dating app to pick up a single mom just to get to their kids. Internet can be dangerous. That's what I'm saying. That's why the reason why I brought this subject up today was because I said, you know what? Let me talk about something. I like to shine light to things. Okay. And, you know, I'm raising 2 kids. I love these kids. I adore these kids. And I'm their protector. And I sit my kids down, and you know what? I talk to them. And when I talk to them, you know, I tell them, I say, listen, I'm telling you because I love you. And I'm not going to be here forever. You know, so I want to give them knowledge because there's a lot of evil out there. When you walk through that door, there's a lot of evil, you know, and they're lurking. If they could get away with anything, the way this world is today, there's so much garbage out there. It's so true. What's coming into the country, everything, I'm telling you, look, there's a lot of garbage out there, you know, and you always got to be vigilant. You got to be aware all the time. So I'm going to drop another link. And like I said, come on, you know, let's chop it up. Tell me what your thoughts are about the internet. And live and let live. You could come on too. Who else we got? The writer. Let's see what this is over here. He that cannot ensure through the bed will never live to see the good. That's a good saying. Is it beautiful or ugly? All right. I'm just dropping a link. So look, there's a lot of things to talk about. That's why I come on here on Sunday, to let everyone get an opportunity to come on. If you got something you want to talk about, be my guest, hit the link, come on board, and let's chop it up. Someone's asking me, where's Alphonse? I haven't seen Alphonse in a while. Tony Marie Ricci, hi, how are you? I see you in the chat. It's always good to see you in my chat room. Miss you, love you. You're the best. I saw your son on that interview. He's a great kid. He's a class act. I think it was the Razor Wire, something like that. So the thing is, raising kids aren't easy, and the thing is, you make a mistake, they keep it on you forever today. They never let you live it down. That's why you got to be so careful. Yeah, she did a hell of a job on your son, and I'm sure you know that, because he's a gentleman and he's a class act. That's for sure. I talk to him every so often, and he's a great kid. I call him a kid, but he's a man. That's Tony Marie. So I'm going to drop a link again just to see if someone else wants to come in. Because sometimes you don't get the links. Sometimes you don't get them. But that's what it's called, Blood on the Razor Wire. All right, so I'm giving you a shout out, Blood on the Razor Wire. Check out Michael D. Leonardo Jr. He's a class act. He speaks about his father. His father actually cooperated. It's a disappointment. But it's something where I know the kid is fighting a battle because, growing up, Michael started another life with another family, and it's something that I guess it hurts you inside, but I know his father loves him dearly. That's for sure. That's 100%, and it's hard talking about these things. This is other people's business, but it's out there, so you just talk about it. You try to talk about it and shine light on it the best way you can. That's all we can do. Listen, hey, we all have things that went on in our lives that, we can't live down, and it's always going to bother us. But the best thing is to just speak the truth about it. I mean, that's what I think anyway. So the other thing is too, about the internet I want to talk about is that sometimes a lot of things on the internet are negative and false. People spread rumors that aren't true. So that's another thing about the internet, And then you got students that are diverted, Many times the students are diverted rather than studying what the respective of what they need to study. They're on there and they're looking at something else. So you're trying to study one thing, but you're falling into something else, So, the disadvantages of the internet. I'm telling you, it's a double-edged sword. It's great because you could, we have these phones that are in our hands and we could do anything. We could talk to people from China and we could look at them as we're talking to them. I mean, it's insane. I didn't grow up with this shit, but you got the world in your hand. Back in the day, we left the house and the world was a big world. Now today, it's a small world because you have it right in your hand. You contact anyone. You have emails. You could send them out to anybody. It's insane what's going on. And to me, I think the world's only getting worse and worse. And that's it. A lot of false narratives. Absolutely. So if you see that photo up here, all right, so I got someone else in the chat. If you see that photo up there, that's my mom back in the day. Okay, when I was a kid. She was so beautiful. And that's like maybe 40, I would say 45 years ago. She was beautiful, my mother. I love her. So I just put her up there just to, in a memory of her, because I miss her so much. Let me see who this kid is over here, JC. Let me see what he has to say. In a memory of her, because I miss her so much. Let me see who this kid is over here, JC. Let me see what he has to say. In a memory of her.
How you doing, Jimmy?
How's everything? How are you?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you. But you have to shut the TV off.
Over here, and yourself?
How are you? Good. You have to shut the TV off. But you have to shut the TV off.
Over here, and yourself?
How are you? Good. You have to shut the TV off.
All right. I got the TV off.
All right, beautiful. You have to shut the TV off.
Over here, and yourself?
How are you? Good. You have to shut the TV off.
All right. I got the TV off.
All right, beautiful. You have to shut the TV off.
I think there's an echo. Is that coming from my end?
All right.
I got the TV off.
All right, beautiful. You have to shut the TV off.
I think there's an echo. Is that coming from my end?
Right. JC, come back. Okay. Let me see what the Writer Club is over here. Let's see what this guy has to say. Okay, the Writer Club. What's up?
How you doing, Jimmy?
How's everything?
I'm doing very well, man. I just, I came to join just to tell you that I appreciate your channel. Thank you for sharing your story. And yeah, it's one of my favorite channels. And
Well, you know what? Go ahead.
because I understand what it's like living with a second chance. Do you know what I mean? And when you share your stories, it reminds me of me also trying to do something better with my second chance. At the moment, I've been clean and sober for like 5 years. So people like you and people who share their life stories and trying to make a difference and inspire other people also, inspires.
That's beautiful. You know what? Take advantage of your second chance. What's your name?
They call me Bay.
Bay?
But normal, yeah, Bay. But I write recovery-related books as well as music. So I chose the name The Writer.
Do you have a YouTube channel?
I've been since I've been watching your YouTube channel, I've been thinking about starting a YouTube channel. So
How about do you have an IG account?
I do have an IG account.
All right, so plug it.
How do I do that? I'm not good at this YouTube thing.
Yeah, just tell me what it is.
Okay. Let's see if I can do that.
Yeah, just tell me what it is.
It's called Writer. It's the same thing.
Writer Club?
No, just Writer. The Writer_34.
And where are you from?
Originally, I am from Kenya, but right now I've been living in Australia for 25 years. So I live in Australia.
How is it over there?
So beautiful, peaceful, especially the state that I live at. It's good for raising family, and it's not so fast. So I do appreciate it. It's a good country to be in.
Nice. Well, listen, hey,
Yeah.
it was nice of you to come in. Hey, take advantage of your second chance. Listen, always be kind to others, do the right thing. And look, you can always come on this platform. If I can help you in any way, come on. Obviously, I know I'm very far from you. Maybe you're probably like 6,000 miles away.
But we're already doing that because you share your stories. I watch it all the time. It's beautiful. It's really, it's inspiring. So you're helping in a way by just doing that. So you're doing the best that you can. You know what I mean? So.
Story with me. We could set up an interview.
Yeah. Sorry, I think you're breaking up a little bit.
Yeah. But you could email me, therealjimmycalandra@gmail.com.
I'll definitely do that. So, and I think you're doing really great with your channel. Just keep doing what you're doing. And we just wanted to let you know we appreciate it anyway. So, you know.
Thank you so much. Shout out to Australia. And Bay, you take care of yourself, man. Keep on doing the right thing, okay?
Absolutely. Nah, there's no looking back for me. It's all forward. Yeah.
Thank you. If I can help you in any way, I'm always here.
Absolutely. I appreciate that, Jimmy. All right.
You got it, brother.
Pleasure meeting you.
Always, always. Okay, email me. That was Bay. Let me see. All right, let me talk to JC again. I see Michael Testa. Hold on. Rob D.
How you doing? I think I fixed it on my end.
Where you from?
I'm from Minnesota.
Minnesota. Okay. And so tell me about yourself.
Well, I'm a really big fan of your channel. I was asking about Alphonse in the chat earlier, and like him, I don't know nearly as much about as him, but I'm kind of into the history of the U.S. Mafia, and I think you got some great stories on your YouTube channel. I mean, I think you're a good kid, and you just got, wrapped up in the wrong kind of life, and it can happen to anyone in that kind of environment. So,
well, you know what? Looking back, I believe in. I know I'm breaking up. I'm one of them who did make it out of there. So I was fortunate enough to make it out of there. And, I don't glorify that life. What I do is I tell true stories of my experience, of things I've been through. And I look back and I try to keep my friends alive, because a lot of them are dead. But, I just don't want you to, look up to these people. So that's what I'm getting at.
Absolutely not. And I see people on the internet and trolls and whatnot, not to give them a voice, but I see them calling, like, whether it be Sammy or you or Michael Franchise, they call you like a rat. And it's like, well, the mafia is no good, and being a rat against the mafia is good. I mean, at the end of the day, the mafia steals and they kill. So to call someone a rat, I mean, it makes no sense unless they really lived that life and they really swore an oath. But the mafia does no good.
Well, you know what? The thing is, look, getting into that word rat, a lot of people use that word that never, ever been involved in that life. Now, if you're involved in that life and someone ratted on you, you know what? They could use that word. I'll give them that, But if you're not involved in that life, then you know what? I don't think anyone should use that word because they know nothing about that life. What they're doing is they're just writing coattails. A lot of people like to hashtag my name because they're writing my name. So if they use my name, they'll get a couple thousand hits. If they don't use my name, they get maybe a couple hundred. So, but I really don't pay no attention to these people. I just basically do my own thing. But, Sammy and Michael, they're the big shots on YouTube. I'm a little shot.
Well, that kind of makes your channel very interesting, though, because, I mean, you kind of get into the nitty-gritty of it. And it's like, I mean, I saw that video of Shia LaBeouf giving you a call, and I could just picture the movie. I mean, it almost reminds me of Goodfellas, like some kids coming up together. It's got that classic kind of feel.
Yeah, it'll be a little more different than Goodfellas. It's about a bunch of young kids growing up. They make a pact with each other, and eventually, you know what? Things turn sour. The old timers turn them against each other, and they fuck up their lives. You know, we all fucked up our lives. Who was murdered? Who went to jail for 35, 50 years? Who cooperated? We never got the opportunity to go to each other's weddings, raise our kids together, you know, have a 9-to-5 job, have a good life. So, you know, listen, we hurt other people's families. We hurt our families. It's a lot of disappointment in that life, you know. I don't glorify those people. You know, a lot of people tell me, you know, a couple of people tell me, you know, talk good about those people. I can't talk good about those people because my experience with that life, it destroyed my life. It destroyed my friends' lives. You know, I mean, own friends killing my best friend. It's a disgusting scumbag life. All you got is rats, snakes, and fucking lowlifes in that life. So I would never ever glorify that life. But do you have anything you want to plug?
No, I just wanted to come and say hello.
Well, listen, hey. So are you going to school?
I'm in college right now, yes, sir.
What are you taking up?
Taking up business.
There you go. That's good. Stay in touch, and maybe me and you we can do some business together.
I will. It was nice to meet you, Mr. Calandra.
TheRealJimmyCalandra@gmail.com, okay?
Yes, sir.
JC, you take care of yourself.
You as well. Have a good Sunday.
Bye-bye. JC seems like a good kid. I like to see new faces. All right, so let me see who else I got over here. I have Michael Testa. Let me see what Michael Testa wants to say. What's up, Michael?
Hey, what's up?
How's everything over here? You have an echo. Michael Testa. Let me see what Michael Testa wants to say.
Yeah, I don't know why it's not sure why it's doing that. I don't know why it's doing that echo.
All right, so fix it and come back. You have an echo. All right. BT. Let me see what BT has to say. BT.
Yo.
What's up? How's everything?
Good. How you been, Jim?
Good. How's everything with you?
Yeah, can't complain, man. Just came on. I haven't spoken to you a little bit, you know?
Yeah, I haven't seen you in a while. How's everything?
Yeah, everything's good. You know, slow and steady wins the race, you know, bro.
What's that picture in the back?
Oh, Wall Street. I don't know. Some
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, you could see it? You could see like? Oh yeah, okay. Come on. Yeah. So how's things, buddy?
Everything is good. I'll tell you, you know what, one day at a time. You know, as you know, we live in a crazy world, a crazy society, everything that's going on. I don't know if you have children. Do you have children?
No. I lost a son.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, young. Yeah, you know. It is what it is, but I got a lot of, you know, big family, nieces and nephews that I consider like my children, you know?
Yeah. Well, my condolences to you. You know, that is a heartbreak, you know.
Yeah.
Today's topic is the pitfalls of the internet, you know, the disadvantages. I mean, you know, I have a 13-year-old. She just turned 13, and she goes on the internet. I just try to guide her because one little mistake, you know what, you could never live down.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
They'll point the finger at you forever because that's the society we live in today. They want to point fingers, you know.
Yeah, no, it's true. We it wasn't like that when we were kids, you know. I remember. You remember when we were in school because we're about the same age. I think I got a couple of years on you. I'm 55, and they used to talk about. You remember Big Brother? Big Brother's coming. Big Brother, and you know it's crazy. He's here, and it's just. You know, you got to watch with the kids. You know, I tell my nieces and nephews, you know, about what you put out there, you know, and you know, you just got to be careful with that, you know, and you never know who's lurking out there. You know, you got a lot of not nice people out there, a lot of lowlifes.
A lot of evil people. I tell you, you know what? I mean, listen. I mean, you see it on the internet, right? I mean, we see it on the internet. People who don't show their face. People who don't put up their name, they want to knock other people, and you know, they want to spread rumors, they want to spread lies, and this is, I mean, it tells you a lot about that person. You know, when someone wants to keep on knocking somebody and not throw a positive vibe out there or focus and do something positive with the little platform he has instead of just keep on knocking people.
It's true. If I have nothing good to say, I don't say it, I remember when Facebook first came around and I went on, I said a couple of stupid things that I regret, like 13 years ago, like with the memories and stuff like that comes up. I says, what was I thinking about? But it was very impulsive. It was like on my mind and I just said it. I didn't think about it. And like you said, it's out there forever once you put it out there. So, we need to think, and people need to think what they put on this, what they put out there, man.
Yeah. And listen, some people in life will never change. Some people do change for the better. I believe that, people do fall down, they get back up and they want to fix their lives. We live through our experience and, we want better. We want better for our children, and the world we're living in today, there's a lot of evil. Back in the day when I was growing up, there was crosses all over the place. Now today they're taking all the crosses down and you go to school. What they're doing is they're glorifying this, they're glorifying that. The teachers are teaching our children the stuff that we don't want them to learn. School should be all about academics, nothing else. I mean, that's what it should be, all about academics. It shouldn't be about sex and stuff like that.
Yeah, no, it's insane what they try and push on these kids, man, Especially, look, I don't knock them, to each his own, but the gay agenda, like that's something that should be taught at home. Some should have put on the kids, it's just, it's too out there on TV. They just put it out there that our kids and our young ones shouldn't see it, but that's why we gotta keep an eye on them. We gotta monitor them more,
Absolutely. And the thing is, listen, you know what? I mean, you speak about the gay agenda, and the thing is, look, if my daughter was to, decide she liked girls, I have no problem with that because, I love my kids unconditionally. But the thing is, what I'm saying is that don't teach it to my kid. I mean, let my kid, grow in time and learn,
Yeah, no, it's true because you feel like they push it on the kids, and then the kids are like, maybe let me try, when they would never think about it, and maybe they would do it. And a lot of, I see it a lot with a lot of these young girls. It wasn't like that when we were kids. You see these little girls, young girls, teenage girls kissing each other, and thinking it's cool. Like if they have an experience like that, it's something that they do. We just you just gotta be a good dad and just try and guide them, man. It's gotta be hard. I give all the parents out there all the credit, man. It's hard. It definitely is hard with all the things out there. You remember if we wanted to have information, we had to go into the library or the big encyclopedias. Now you got this phone right here, like this phone. Anything you want to know, it's insane. At our fingertips, it's like anything in the world, just boom, and it's right there. Instant gratification, man.
Yeah, it's a double-edged sword because I mean you could use it for a lot of good things, but there's also a lot of evil things, on it that you want to protect your children from. And that's why lately I just been on top of my kids. And I'm not gonna make them just to do anything they want. I have to guide them. And this is the conversation I had with my daughter actually yesterday and today. Because you got to be on top of your kids. Because I look back on my parents and my mom and dad separated, and my parents weren't so on top of me. I mean, once I realized I was a greater force to my mother. I mean, my father was in Manhattan. My father worked a 9 to 5. At the end of the day, he went to the bar. I mean, he did the best he can. He was a good father. He showed me love. I saw him every so often. He was a hard worker. He had the same job for over 35 years, but he died at the age of 59 years old. He never got to enjoy the fruits of his labor.
You there, bro?
How about now?
Yeah, I hear you. You're frozen. Okay.
Okay, how about now?
There you go. You're back. You're
Yeah.
back. Yeah.
But I'm not sure if you heard me what I was saying, But yeah, my internet goes on and off sometimes. I got like 3 kids over here playing with it.
It's a beautiful thing. You got people. You got to be a little patient. That's all. It's all good.
I
But you're
tell you,
back. But
I tell you, it's funny because you know what? I tell my kids, before I go on, my little one always kisses me. I said, I'm gonna do a show quick. So she's always kissing me, all right, daddy, I'll see you in a little while. But listen, having kids is the best thing in life. I mean, it's the greatest masterpiece you're ever gonna experience, 100%. And listen, I love my kids more than anything. And you know what? I never ever thought I would be a father, looking back. If I had kids in my younger day, I probably wouldn't have been a good father. But I'm not throwing bouquets at myself. But anybody out there who's in my circle, they know that I'm a great dad. And I'm proud of that too.
yeah, yeah, that's a beautiful thing. I hear you talk about it all the time. And not only you talk about it, you're about it. Which is a beautiful thing. And like having your daughter, just think about when we were 13 years old, man. That's a very poignant time. And you were saying like our parents weren't, your parents weren't on top of you. My parents were together a long time, married 50 some years. I just lost my father a couple of years ago, miss him to death. And but like I would be going out of the house to be doing bad. And like if they just asked me, like, where you going? What are you going to do? Maybe, I don't know, could have changed things. Who the hell knows, But we just need to be on top. We need to be on top of it's important to be a big part of your kid's life, and just do things with them because it goes by so quick, man.
And you know what? That's another thing too. I mean, look, you say you're 55, I'm 52. I'll be 53 this year. I mean, look, time goes up by like this. I remember when I was in my teens, look, and I remember the old timers always telling me, you know what? I used to call, when you were a kid, you used to call people old, right? Oh yeah, that person's old. And you didn't know what you were saying, right? Now we're getting old.
Yeah.
But hey, it was nice talking to you. Thanks for coming on. And come back.
Yeah, for sure, Jim. All right, take care of yourself. Have a good week, brother.
Hey, you take care of yourself.
All right, Jim. All right. Bye.
BT. I got Michael Tester over here. Graffiti Mouth, you want to come on? I see you in the chat. Let me see what Michael Tester has to say.
Huh.
Michael.
Am I coming through better now, or?
Yes, you sound a lot better now.
Wow.
How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good. Where are you from?
From Waterbury. It's New Haven County. This is where all the guineas are here.
Is that Connecticut?
Yeah.
Okay, nice.
This is where all the guineas came back in 1910 or so, or, I guess, I don't know. That's what I hear anyway.
It's nice out there. You got a lot of big houses out there.
Yeah, a lot of hills.
Yeah.
A lot of hills out here.
Do you have any children?
No kids.
No kids. Wow.
Yeah. Lucky.
Well, you know what? No kids. You have less worries when you have no kids.
Yeah, I guess to some extent. Yeah. I could have.
I'll tell you, especially raising them in a world like this.
Yeah. So yeah, it's interesting listening to you guys on here. Like a lot of the I like tracing like the roots and stuff, like all different people sometimes as I got older anyway. Like where everybody came in and stuff, the background and stuff, Italians.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're not like you guys over there, but we had did La Salva brothers and stuff like that. I don't know if you ever heard of them. The Cavalcanti family. They all died, all 3 brothers, though. They call them the Buff brothers.
Well, you know what? It's something because I was just having a conversation with actually Graffiti Mouth. If Graffiti Mouth wants to join us, I drop a link and we could talk about this. Now, Graffiti Mouth knows a lot about the Mafia back in the day. If we go back down to maybe the late 1800s to the early 1900s, and about all that. I do some research on it, but I don't consider myself a Mafia historian. I just talk about basically my experiences in my life, and the things that we know about who the Mafia bosses were back then. But you know what?
Well, I didn't. I didn't either. I heard about it through rumors, because they had like little. These guys had like it was a transmission shop on Watertown Avenue in Waterbury, and they owned it, but nobody knew who they were, But it was the older family. I didn't know them. I mean, I knew that was their shop. The transmission shop was Waterbury Transmission, but I didn't know them. I mean, I just know they were made guys. I just knew them by the names. They called them the Buff Brothers. They're older than me, and they all died in the 90s. But I had a relative that was a cop and stuff, and he told me about them, and that's the only thing I knew about it.
I'll tell you, what, and it's very interesting, these stories, right? Back in the day, these guys, they're very interesting.
Yeah, it was actually. I mean, then to find out like how far they were in, that was interesting. Like the police and politics and the aldermans in the town. It's pretty interesting how far, how they say you can't operate if you're not in with the police, to some extent. And that was interesting here in this town. And I think I don't know, some of the stuff I guess I shouldn't even be. But I'm nobody in it, so I can say whatever I want. So obviously, it's like.
No, of course, absolutely.
Yeah. So it was interesting. It was interesting. I mean, I have a couple pictures of some guys that were like connected with them and stuff with my family. Like the last name, I don't know if you're Apicello or something. That was one of them. They called them Bobby Apples, but he was one of them that hung around with LaSalva Brothers. But they're connected to New Jersey, though. I knew that. Like, they're New Jersey people, and they were here in Waterbury. One of the guys was an underboss or something like that. One of the brothers, Anthony, I think, was the one. But
I'll tell you, what? I mean, you go back and you talk about all these old timers back in the day, how the mob was. Because one time, look, the mob was very strong, but they also stood for something. There was some kind of honor. There was some kind of loyalty, and you had some kind of trust, And of course, people were getting burnt and killed back then, but there was some kind of respect to it, Today, there's not really too much respect to it, So, they changed it because of the people they brought into it. Started chopping people up. Start putting serial killers. You put a guy like Gas Pipe in a position as a boss. You destroy the mob. And now you got bosses flipping. A guy like Joe Messina cooperating. This guy's telling you, what, go kill this guy, and he's telling on you. So it's like the respect, the honor, it's gone. I'm saying you never heard of a boss cooperating. I'm saying so.
I don't want to stop you. Go ahead. Actually, I just thought of something. I remember when I was going through a tough part of my life around my 30s, I met a kid. He was from Bensonhurst. I met him up in I was going through this program. I was having a good time. I thought partying a little too much, and he worked for one of the. His last name was Galino, and he was from Bensonhurst. He's dead now, but he's from Ansonia. But they're from New York, obviously. He's from Bensonhurst or whatever. What the heck was his first name? Oh my God! I met him in a rehab, believe it or not. And he was partying too much, and he was working for what's the train? I think it's the one that goes back and forth to Waterbury, New York. It's the Metro North, and or Bridgeport. He works for Metro North, and he told me he goes, yeah, I lost my job, and I guess he transferred the truck. He was all messed up, and he made these cars collide or something like that. But he had some interesting background that seemed like, I don't think in that thing what you got, in it or nothing like that. But he knew some of the people. I don't know if you ever, not.
No, I never heard of them, but once you said a drug program or something like that, I mean, I don't know them, but
yeah, I know that's interesting how that goes.
Yeah, but Michael, look, it was nice talking to you. I'm gonna see if I get someone else in here, but it was a pleasure meeting you. You have anything you want to plug?
No, I didn't even expect to get. It was totally coincidence. I'm just sitting here down some downtime. I almost got myself the other day with this karambit knife by Death by Karambit. I was like swinging it around, and boom, I ended up in the hospital. So I'm like just killing some time on the internet.
Be careful. Be careful.
Yeah. All right. Hey, nice meeting you, man.
Hey, it was a pleasure. Thank you, Michael.
Yep.
Bye-bye. Michael, he's a new guy that came in. Nice to meet him. It's always good to see new people in here. I like to see new people come on. Sherry, thank you for the $19.99. I appreciate it. You don't have to do that, but thank you. And I don't know, I'll send you a shirt, a hat, or a mug. But I'm Eddie G. I see Eddie G in the chat. Eddie G, come on. I dropped a link. I haven't spoke to you in a while. It's been a while since I've seen you. Graffiti Map, come on. I dropped a link. I drop a link again. Let's talk about give these guys a little history lesson, Graffiti Map, about back in the day, the mob. So you say it pretty good. There you go. I just dropped a link. So if you want to hit the link, might kind of protect their own people and women, children, like they should do. Let's see. Joe Delamora, Steven Sanchez. What's up, Steven? Raccoon Man, blessings. You the man, brother. No, you the man. You're the man who knows the man. What's this? Jimmy, help me out. Jimmy, help me out. How do I get on? Just hit the link. Hit the link. You see the link in the chat? Hit the link. Come on. Put a pair of glasses on. Put a hat on. Eddie G. Okay, I got Eddie G in here. Okay. There he goes. Eddie G. Right there with you, baby. Glasses on. Put a hat on. You're echoing. Eddie G. Okay,
am I?
Eddie G in here. Yes, you're echoing. There you go.
All right.
Eddie G. Right there with you, baby. Glasses on. Put a hat on. You're echoing.
Am I? Hold on. Let me fix this. How about now?
You're good. Carlos Muniz, that's my mother up there. Today, she is gone 10 years today. So that's just a memory photo of her because I miss her. And I just figured let me throw her up there. Just share that with you guys. But Eddie G, how's everything?
Pretty good. I can't see you, Jimmy. So it's like
why?
It's probably my computer or this StreamYard or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, well, it might be my computer too.
Okay. All right.
Oh,
now I see you. There you go. Hey, Jimmy.
Yeah, so it's my computer. I got some kids upstairs that are playing with their laptops.
Good stuff, man. Good show. Good show. Hey,
hold on. Here, wait. Let's talk to Live and Let Live. We're going to throw her on too, okay?
Go on.
Live and Let Live.
Look at this.
Wait, Jimmy, you can see me?
Yeah, say hello to Eddie G.
Hi, Eddie. How are you, Eddie?
How are you, Live and Let Live? I'm blessed. How are you?
Good. Thank you. No, Jimmy, I tried doing it. I can't believe I'm on. Wow, this is cool.
How's everything?
Learning. Everything's good. I just want to say, listen, I'm so proud of you, and you're doing a great job with this YouTube channel, and many blessings your way. This is amazing. You came a long way. Listen, nobody knows what you've been through, what we've been through as a family. And you know what? That's your past. That's all behind you. Now you just move forward and it's all good. Everything is good.
All right,
And
thank
God
you.
first.
Exactly. How's the baby?
He's good. He's over here. Look. Dominic, look. Dominic, look. Look at Uncle Jim. Look, baby, look. Say hi.
Well, Dominic, I
Say
love
hi.
you.
Say hi.
I love you.
Say hi.
Dominic.
Wow, this is something. Where's
Yeah.
John? Is John on there?
Yeah, he's on here. Maybe he'll come on. But,
And wait, I want to give a shout out to Gunsmoke, Gumbino, Gunsmoke the Don. He's my man. Fatbull Sicilian, you're the best. We got you back. You guys are great, good people. And wait, there was some. Oh, and Joey D, Joey Doves. You're great. You're awesome. You're the best. God bless you. Love you.
how about Eddie G?
And right now I look like a mess. My hair, but Eddie G, you too. God bless you. You're great. And listen, Eddie G, the next time you go to and do stand up,
Yeah.
let us know. I would love to come to see you, man.
I just did another gig Wednesday night in the Village at the Comedy Shop. Much better.
Really?
Much. I had to remove a couple of things from the first time and rearrange some shit, but the response was welcoming. Finally, it felt good. Thank you, guys.
That's great.
Yeah.
I would love to come to see you. Yeah, I'm
absolutely.
in New York City, so
Yeah,
I'll get a
absolutely.
bunch of people.
I'd love to have you, more importantly.
Yeah, definitely. Let us know. That would
Okay.
be a fun night. Let me tell you, a really fun night.
Oh, I bet. I
'Cause
bet.
we're all crazy. When we
Me too.
party, when we have a great time, right, Jimmy? We
There we
always
go.
have a great time.
Of course.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Good to hear it.
Joey D, come in the chat.
But I look like a mess. Oh my God.
No, you don't.
And I guess the next time, I come on, my hair will be done. Oh, and Tony Marie. A shout out to Tony Marie. I heard, and I hope it comes to life with the table, Jimmy.
Yeah, hopefully something happens.
Yeah, something good is gonna happen with that. And listen, you guys are great. Stay positive, stay strong. God is number one first, always, because without God, I'll tell you, you can't make it in life. I don't care what anybody says. I mean, listen, I have a strong faith in him. Always, my whole life, my mother taught us. She raised us with the word of God. And without him, we would have never got this far. That is a fact. So God bless everybody.
Amen. God bless. Let me put Bill Stacks on here. You got Bill Stacks too.
Hey, what's good, man? How you guys doing?
Hey, Bill Stacks. Shout out to Bill Stacks. Chat with Stacks.
Shout out, Billy.
How you guys doing?
I just want to say something. Everyone thought I was a guy in the beginning, but now you all know. But Jimmy's my brother, and you know, I really wanted to keep it on the DL, but someone, let it out of the bag, and eventually it was going to come out of the bag anyway. But God bless all of you guys, all you content creators. Listen, I see this ain't easy. That's not easy.
I gotta wear my damn braces, Jimmy.
What happened?
All right.
Here, Chris, say hello.
I'll find my brace, man.
Hello.
What's up? Shout out.
How you guys doing?
Shout out all you YouTubers.
Oh,
Shout
yeah.
out.
The Mob Tube. We got the Mob Tube YouTubers. That's my daughter, Crystal.
I'm Jimmy's
Yo.
niece. Hello. Hi, everybody.
Jimmy.
Hello.
All right, there's Joey Dubs. What's up, Stacks?
I'm good, man. I'm out here in Minnesota. I'm checking out the Final Four. You know, the women.
man. Hold on,
women
Jimmy.
are
Give me a
playing.
second.
Oh, there's Joey D. Hi, Joey.
Hey, what's happening?
Joey.
Brooklyn.
How are you?
Hold up. Wait, I want to see Stacks. Stacks, what's up? How's Minnesota?
Stack, what's
It's
up,
good,
man?
man. It's good. The Final Four is going on. I'm having a good time here with DJ St. Joel and the Freshwater DJs. And I'm just having a great time, man. If you guys haven't seen, he
I'm gonna
gave
get my
me
dog. Let me go
a
get my dog.
welcoming party. He had a girl holding a sign, Stacks, welcome to Minnesota.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
Good for you, Stacks. Good for you.
Yeah, shout out to the Seville Club in Minneapolis. And I was at the W last night. We were all around the city. We had a great time. Shout out to Billy. And I met a lot of great people last night. And I'm going to continue to do the next thing every day, you know, just getting better and better every day.
Good. Keep on doing your thing.
Next
Hey,
stop,
Jimmy.
Chicago.
If you get graffiti mouth on here, it'll be like the fucking Brady Bunch. We'll have all the squares.
Yeah, I'm gonna get off.
He'll be on.
All right, guys, I'm gonna go.
Lisa, see you later.
Nice meeting you, hon.
Love all of you.
It was nice to meet you.
Keep doing what you're doing. I love
See you
you.
later. I love you. Bye.
Definitely.
How do I leave?
Kiss the baby for me.
Richard, thank you, man. Shinebox, thank you, man. I appreciate all of you.
Stacks, you got some professional equipment going on, bro. You're not fooling around. You got the headphones. You got the Joe Rogan microphone. You're good, bro.
Hey, I brung it all with me, man, from the East Coast.
Oh, wow. Good for you, man.
Yeah, I brung it all with me. I had more equipment than I did clothes.
So how do you like Minnesota out there? Is it cold?
No, it's not that bad. It's like 50 degrees, mild. The people are nice. It's pretty cool, man.
Good for you, Stacks. I'm happy for you.
Yeah, I'm experiencing a lot of great things that I should have experienced a long time ago. Shout out to Gunsmoke the Don. It's just great that I can do this, man. Shout out to Joey Dubs. He's a
Joey
real deal right there.
Joey Dubs got doves flying around his house.
They got 3 eggs. They laid 3 eggs, man.
Do they hatch?
She laid 3 eggs, and the father right now, he's sitting on them. They take turns. They take turns to sit on them.
Are they gonna hatch? The eggs hatch?
Yeah, because he fertilizing them. I guess the father, he accepted them. You know what I mean?
That's pretty cool, man.
So
Wise Guy TV. What's good, Wise Guy TV?
Yeah. See that right there?
Give a shout out to Wise Guy TV.
Wise Guy, what's up?
How about, hey, Gary?
Stacks, you're doing a great job, man. I respect you, brother.
Thank you, man. I really
like you.
appreciate
I like that you know what, man? You keep it real. You're a down-to-earth guy. You're humble. And you just, you let people say whatever the, story. I know that's your guy right there. I forget his name, Luciano, whatever his name is. That guy
that's his story, though.
And I like the fact that y'all friends. No, but it don't matter what he say, man. Let's get beyond that. He's your friend.
Yeah.
Go with it. He's your friend, and he got any interesting guy. Hey, whatever it is, he sticks to his story a million times, whether it happened or not. That's his story. But I just like the fact you're his friend, and you just let him say what he want to say. You kind of remind me a little bit like Art Bell. Art Bell, if you don't remember Art Bell, he would just let guests come on like George Norrie. They just tell whatever they want to believe in, and he just let the audience, you want to believe it or not. But I like the fact he's your friend. You own it. But I like you, man. I like you. The main thing, I just like you because you just keep it real. You ain't out here spreading gossip and you ain't on to that, man. You just doing your thing. You had an interesting story you told us and Jimmy. You're just a good guy, man. You just let people come on and tell their story, and you don't judge people. And I like that.
Exactly, man. I appreciate,
you don't get into that drama.
The kind words, man. I really
you don't get into that drama.
And the thing is, look, you know what? Stacks is a really good guy. I vouch for him.
Yeah.
And, every time I have some kind of issue with something I need, I always call Stacks. Stacks is always there. So, I appreciate Stacks and I appreciate his friendship. And, listen, all this other insanity on YouTube, I just ignore it. But I like to have close relationships with the good people, because they're trying to put out a good message out there and they're trying to put positive stuff out there. And that's where I'm at.
Absolutely, man.
You can't please them all, You can't please them all.
Hey, let me tell you, that's what's up. You know what I mean? Hey, man, I see my dude up in there. You know what I mean? Eddie G.
What's up, Joey? How are you, brother?
Hey, let me tell you something, man. You did your little comic. I got a lot of friends that are comedians, comedians, and I told them about you, and they said, listen, and this is the truth. They all been there. And they said, now everything's going to be easier from here on out. Even Eddie Murphy has been there. And believe it or not, what I used to do, because people wanted me to play my hand at comedy, but I didn't do it. But I watch a lot of behind the scenes of comedians talk about their life on the videos. You should do that because they would tell you the days they were just like the worst. And the crowd didn't even react. And I talked to some of my friends, even their routine, sometimes that one place could kill and another place it could be dead. So you just never know. You got to play out. But the main thing you did, and they told me the most important thing you got to know you did. You went up there and did it. Whether you did it,
yeah,
you did it, man. And don't let that discourage you. And I'm gonna tell you another thing. If you got a loose tooth or you got something going on, that's you, baby. That's what makes you you. Don't ever feel you have to be perfect, man. You don't have to. It's not like 1975 where they had to show all those pearly whites all the time. You know what? We are who we are. And sometimes your flaws bring character to you because guess what? You reflect the audience. The audience has flaws. We have flaws. And we like that when someone could just have flaws and do whatever they're doing. Because guess what? We can relate because we're not perfect. We're not in a perfect world, bro. Whether you're going to be an actor or not, look at some of the actors who have scars, who have things that are just abnormal. Even Jaws that was on 007, his abnormality became his what commodity, what made him famous. And what about Sylvester Stallone? They said he would never be anything with his accent, his too big. They said when they made Conan, if I didn't have you, the director said, if I didn't have you, I'd have to build you. I'd have to make you. And that means he said, let your things that people say is your whatever is your abnormalities or your what they call your weaknesses or whatever it is, let them be your attributes, because that's what happened with Conan. His accent, they said, would never make it in Hollywood. Okay, he said, how would that be if that sentence in Terminator, I'll be back. If I'll be back would have said without that accent, would it been as big as I'll be back like Arnold Schwarzenegger did it?
Joe Dubs.
Thank you, Joey.
Joe Dubs. Hey, Joe Dubs. Gary says, preach it, baby.
Preach it. Hey, you guys know what I'm getting ready to do, don't you? Jimmy knows. You know I'm getting ready to make history out here in Cleveland sooner or later. I'm joining up with the ALU. What the heck? Hold on. I'm joining up with the ALU. I'm joining up with the ALU. You know what that is? Amazon Labor Union just made history in New York, right? Well, I've been trying to do. I'm getting ready. I've been drumming up the support in Cleveland, and Jimmy know, for the ALU, Amazon Labor Union in Cleveland. I started it. They told me yes, and yeah, Jimmy.
All right, Joe does. Give me a minute, right? Because I want to talk to Mafia now.
Oh, go ahead. All right, I'll get back to that.
You call me Mafia now.
Look, there's another one over there. Look, John. Hey, so Graffiti Mop. Earlier this afternoon, we were talking about the history of the Mafia back in the day. You know what? Give them a little schooling about back in the day.
Well, I'm sure, like a lot of people, you can find out all this history, but from time to time, you go into like certain kind of researches, and the interesting parts are, like I said, the in-betweens. A while ago, I brought that up. Now, I brought up the Camorra Wars to Jimmy, and Jimmy was like, yeah, it sounds familiar that, that took place in Italy, right? No, it didn't. The thing about the Camorra Wars, it took place in the early 1900s. It had a lot to do with an underground family, the Morello gang. The Morello gang was actually considered at first. Now, what's really bugged out about this family is now they're from Corleone, Sicily. This is where we get the grassroots. We watch The Godfather. We hear all about, Don Corleone, the name itself. The Morello gang arrived originally in New York in the late 1800s with their parents. They had moved away somewhere, I think, to Louisiana along the line. eventually the brothers came back to New York City. Now, can you imagine, as a kid, you arrive in New York City from Sicily. You move to Louisiana. And when you and your brothers come back, you are now known as the 107th Street Mob. That's pretty strong. Because now here you have, now here we can bring up modern day mobsters. What would make a modern day mobster, realistically? What's the difference between the reasoning, the mentality to become something within something that's not even organized, by the way, yet? There's no organization of it whatsoever. You know what I'm saying? You got 5 Points, 107th Street Gang, you got this gang, that gang. You know, I mean, even to modern days to us now would be the 1980s. We got underground gangs like, you know, the Rampers, the Bath Avenue Boys, the Bay Parkway Boys, the Untouchables, the Stone Posse crew. You know what I mean? I mean, these are crews that consisted back then, but very small. What weren't so much of like, I'm not going to say so much of a brotherhood, because, you know, these crews and these gangs are actually very brotherly strong, you know, but organizational, they're really not. You know, the whole syndicate didn't come till, you know, it came about, you know, with the whole Meyer Lansky and the Luciano, and, you know, they kind of like put that together. But now going back to the Morello gang, these guys, they were ruthless. Giuseppe Morello was considered, and by the way, Giuseppe Morello was considered, his nickname was the Clutch, because he had one finger. Can you imagine being predominantly known as the craziest guy in the streets with one finger?
That's crazy.
Can you imagine?
Crazy.
But he was considered to be so ruthless that if you didn't give him what he wanted from you, he just murdered you. That's it. And that's how it was done.
He had other people do it, right?
The Clutch, well, he also had brothers.
Yeah, a lot of them. Yeah.
And he also, you know, and what happened was the others came about from his ruthlessness. And that's how it really all goes about. It's like, you know, we follow the craziest at the end of the day.
He was born with that hand.
Yeah, you know, but it's kind of wild how someone like that had, you know, such a crazy mentality. And that goes back and forth with modern day society into back then. And the reason I go back and forth is because the mentality is so different. You know, these days, you got to remember, we're hearing, you know, so many cultures in America are oppressed. People are oppressed. You ever notice that the people who are most oppressed, they're wearing $300 sneakers? You ain't so fucking oppressed, man. Back then, Giuseppe Morello, when he came here, that's it, man. Same shoes every day, dog, holes in them.
And he worked his way up to the boss. He worked his way to the boss.
No water, no food, nothing. Like, that's being oppressed, you know? And it's a known fact. And the thing that I'm writing with Jimmy, a lot of this psyche really does come out in this book. And believe it or not, I mean, I wish I could read some of it. You guys would really love it. But it just really brings out, like, the difference in the mentality when first arriving, you know, as an immigrant into, you know, the new world. You know, back then, the new world was America. It wasn't, you know, rallies and protests to dox people. And, you know.
You mean there was no people like transgender people walking around? None of that?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Just saying.
I don't think so.
Hey guys, I got to get ready to go see the Final Four. I appreciate you guys.
You be good. Peace, brother.
I appreciate you guys. Have a good night, man.
All right,
Peace
bye.
out,
And
Boston J. Peace.
I think that's more of another underground culture. That I think
Tell me
I don't
about it.
you know, according to pictures in history, I would say, you know, I can't even tell you when that all started. But the truth of the matter is, if we go back to, you know, the turn of the century, I mean, we look at like even the American judges, the English, you know, we can watch
White
movies
wigs.
like Gladiator. They all wore the wigs. You know,
Yeah.
you
The
realize that
original
they wore
guy
the
who wore the
wigs
wig
and
is on the fucking oatmeal
they
box.
dressed very like, you know, very symbolic and sophisticated, and they talked very little feminine. So, yeah, I don't really know when all of that kind of stuff started. You know, and we're watching Gladiator and we see that. And that was neons ago. You know,
Hey, I the
but
first time I meet Graffiti Mouth. Graffiti Mouth.
yo,
Oh,
what's up?
man, you got a lot of great knowledge. This is the first time I met you, brother. It's good to meet you.
Hey, what's
I
up, Joe?
seen you, but I never met you, baby.
I've seen you on video talking.
Yeah,
You're quite a
definitely.
character, bro.
Yeah, you gotta come out to dinner with us when I come out there.
Definitely.
I was big into breaking and all that, bro.
Hey, Joe.
Street, all that. Yeah.
Really?
I was big into that, man. We were big into that. We used to break this in the movie theaters out here when it came out. I was into break dancing, locking, popping. I used to do all that.
I'll tell you, it takes a lot to get it out of me. I'm going to be honest with you. A real, you know, this is my mentality. This is the way I teach my students. This is the way I always taught my crews. You know, B-boys for life, and that's
amen. That's right.
You know, and you know, it's crazy because when you do stop, you know, people who love dancing, when you stop dancing, you really do feel, you feel aged. You know, like there's something about the movement in dance that really does keep you young. It keeps you happy. I think happiness really brings out a certain.
It's called eurythmia.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Hey, Gerard, how you doing?
Hey guys, how are you?
Gerard, how's
Hey,
everything?
everybody.
Salute,
Everything's
my
doing
brother.
good. I just wanted to say hi to everybody. I also wanted to let you know, Jimmy, that we're thinking of your mom on this day.
Thank you.
You were talking about internets, and yeah, it comes from an example. You know, kids will go and follow voices if they don't have a base.
She gonna knock everything.
And Jimmy was talking about himself, and so I was just saying, yeah, you want if you don't set the example or live the example, you got problems.
No, absolutely.
Definitely, 100%.
And you know what? I mean, listen, obviously we all know, I don't know if you know, but Graffiti Mouth is my brother.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's my brother. So, you know, we had this conversation earlier because, you know, he has 2 daughters. I have 2 daughters. My sister has 2 daughters. We have all girls in our family.
Yeah, we got, we raised 7. They're all the same. 7. One,
Yeah.
you know, my wife and I.
Yeah, and I was speaking to my brother earlier about, you know, sitting my daughter down and talking to her about a couple of things. And you know what? We talk to each other and try to give each other good advice about, you know, how to talk to your children, because you know what? You know, you got to give them a little love too as you're talking to them, you know? I mean, because the kids today, they're not like we were when we were young, you know? You sit us down, maybe you give us a crack in the mouth, don't do it again. You know what?
That's right.
And you got your point across. You know, today you got to sit them down. You got to be careful what you say. You got to say it politely. You got to give them a little love while you're saying it and let them understand, you know what? I'm telling you this because I love you and I care about you. You know, and I want to make sure you understand, and I'm here to protect you. And I'm not going to be here forever, you know. But you know, these are the lessons in life that you know, you give your children because, you know, you want to make sure that they understand that there's a lot of evil out there lurking, you know.
Yeah.
You don't want them to be naive.
Yes, and they're self-centered people. Yeah, they're self-centered. You know, really evil people.
Oh, 100%. And the thing about, you know, all of the social media that's going on, what's really bad is you have the same people running these social media platforms that are also trying to empower weird things to kids.
Right.
You know, so at the same time, it's like, you know, we're at a time in life that when you tell the truth, you know, you're considered like a bad person.
We're a radical.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, you know what? On the flip side, here's the other flip side. Now, if I like kids, I got nieces and nephews. I'm a godfather, but now I'm afraid to even say hello to a kid. The parents look at you like, "Who are you saying fucking hello to my kid? Get him away from me!" You know, I can't even give him a fucking lollipop. I mean,
It's
that's
true.
the flip side to
No,
this.
it's true. It's come to that
Hey,
because
come here, Butch.
and you know,
No,
and that,
get away from my kid.
and that goes back to, you know, somebody brought up.
Like it up there? Come on, baby.
Someone brought
Come on,
up in the
cat.
discussion earlier that, you know, I mean, we're at a time where, you know, religion is mocked, but people
Right.
tend to forget that when religion was outspoken more and, you know, certain points of the goodness of it was shared with people, it was understood, and people took it in. You know, and they wanted to better themselves when they heard, you know, and it was trustworthy at one time. You know, like, you know,
Yeah.
you're like this, I know you, I speak to you about this guy's got a good heart, this and that. It wasn't, you know, where, you know, I don't really know him, this and that, and now people are frowned upon and they're not given a chance or they're held hostage to a mistake and somewhat, you know. So yeah, society is definitely like really crazy these days.
Hey, you're Jimmy's brother?
Yes, I am.
God, you got a pretty wise family there, the Calandras. Lots of brain power there.
He's a come for the air.
We got a lot of, you know, a lot of wise people in our family, you know. Our grandfather, you know, both of our grandfathers came from Sicily. Yeah.
Yeah, what part of Sicily?
My grandfather, Jim, do you know where Tony was from? Coke?
Grandpa on mommy's side, I think Calabria.
Because our other grandfather, Laborio, he's from Calabria also.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, so but I tell you know what? It's good to have all you guys on here. Gerard, it's always good to see you. Joey Doves, I tell you, Joey Doves, you're something else, man. You got those doves, you got those doves flying around. I tell you, I get a kick out of that. I really do. You know?
You started it.
Hey, Joe, I have a question for all you guys. Have you seen that video? It's pretty old. I just saw it not too long ago. When the Pope released those two doves out of the St. Peter's Basilica, and as he did for show new, you know, he was praying for COVID patients and whatever, and he threw the doves out, and then the hawk came down and killed the doves.
Oh wow!
Wow!
Biblical.
I got a YouTube. I'm at the YouTube that.
YouTube it. It's on there.
Yeah,
it's like,
that's amazing.
He throws the doves out, and all of a sudden you see a fucking hawk and a pigeon grab the doves, and they're fighting in midair, killing it. We're like, oh my god!
It might have been. You never know what it was symbolized. Might have had some type of symbolization out there.
But it was crazy to watch, man. I'm like,
that's that. You tell me that would be crazy.
Yeah, those doves should have flown south.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'll tell you, seriously. You know what? Look, it was a fun show today, especially look, Joey, when you come out with those doves, man. Like I get a kick out of that. I really do.
You started it. You call me Joey Doves. How am I gonna be Joey Doves without a doves? Hey man, hey, but you want me to tell them real fast what I'm doing? I don't know if you get ready to end the show.
I tell them about the union guy.
Okay, listen. So I started a few weeks back. I got a few weeks back. I got a little pissed off with this company after a while, Amazon, because I see how they treating my coworkers and me and everybody, and the stuff that was going on, I didn't like it. After COVID, they started coming around being like, just not treating people fair, and I didn't like it. So we started bumping heads, me and management and everything. And then I called up the labor department. I said, look, what can I do, to start me a union, get into a union, or get a union over here, I mean. And they're like, well, you got to find a union. So I called up the unions, labor, different people. They said, well, why don't you call up UFCW? So I called UFCW, and they jumped on board, man. I had executive talk with me for the last few weeks. Then he told me, hey, Joey, I want you to slow down and see what's happening with Alabama and New York. I said, what's going on? He goes, they get ready to do a vote. So I want you to hold off just a little bit longer. See, we're going to watch and see what's happening. We're going to try to gather some info. So what happened was, right the day I was getting ready to go get the signatures, I come to find out New York had passed made history with the first union in New York for Amazon. So then I find out it's not the UFCW, which I thought it was. They created their own union. The guy was fired, Chris Smalls was fired 3 years ago. Almost 3 years ago, I guess, almost 3 years. And he had a walkout out there. And, you guys probably heard it on the news, Staten Island, and then they fired him, said there's safety issues. They come up with a way to fire him. Now, he started this union called Amazon Labor Union. Now, I didn't know about that yet. So I started getting signatures, but I was using the footage to also help me and show people, hey, look, we can do this. So I got signatures already. Twice I've been out there. I got over 200 signatures, and I'm getting ready to go back and do some more. Now, I got contacted. I created a Instagram page for, Cleave to Amazon for union workers, for Workers for Union. I created now a Facebook page, Cleveland Amazon Workers for Union. Now, the company already know I brought the fight down in Cleveland, so they're all watching me, talking about me. I'm sure Bezos probably already know about me now. So they think they trying to intimidate, but they couldn't intimidate me, and they couldn't. So now we're playing this little game, me and them now, because they know, hey, I'm not messing I'm not messing around now. You're gonna have to find a way to fire me that's gonna be real, because if it ain't, we coming more. Because I told them I ain't playing. You I know what y'all doing, but y'all ain't gonna do it. So then I reached out this morning to the ALU. They follow me on Instagram, and they like me. And all of a sudden now they said, look, they messaged. I said, why don't y'all call me? They said, look, this is awesome what you're doing, man. So now they told me, we want you to start up the chapter in Cleveland. Amazon Labor Union chapter, the first ever in Cleveland. We want you to run it and start it.
So Joey is forming a union. He's going to be a delegate.
My own local, my own the first ever chapter in Cleveland. Just like you would have a UAW chapter and all that. It's going to be the first chapter. So now I'm having meetings and stuff. They're going to come and support me. They said, we need leaders like you. So we're going to get in touch with all the leaders like you. And we're going to tell you guys what to do, and we're going to support you every way, because they said that's what we need, leaders. And they said you're one of the leaders.
So you're Jeff Bezos connection now, bro.
Well, Jeff Bezos, I don't know, but he might want to fly back into space after he deal with me and deal with who I'm dealing with.
He's going to put you on the rocket ship.
Ain't got nothing on Rocket Man. I call him Rocket Man at work. I said, "Where's Rocket Man at?" I said, "I forgot. We need to put something in the negotiation and for the bargain agreement, because every Amazon worker."
The streets will never make you grow. It's not a seed. It's a gutter. There's no happy endings in this life. So this is my message to you. The streets will never love you back.
Pow! Wow!
I tell you,
I can't get enough of that, man. Every time I even see it, every time I watch Eddie's show, man.
I'll tell you, Joe. Look, I'm crying over here seriously because honestly, I'm gonna tell you. So look, I love you, but look, once you start going, you just go.
Why you think Bezos gonna hate me? Why you think Bezos ain't gonna hate me? Bezos ain't gonna love me for that. Bezos gonna be like, can we ever get him to stop, man? What we gotta do to get Joey to stop? Because I told him, now they stirred me up. Hey, listen, now I told the guys when they signed the paper, I said, you just fought for me. Your senator just fought for me. Now I'm fighting for you. You fighting for me. And I got people around me. I say, you fight for him. You fight for her. We're all fighting together. This is what it's about. Every time y'all sign this paper, you fight for him. You fight for you. You fight for me. I'm fighting for you. All of us are fighting together. And that's the whole purpose of this. We're making a difference from these big corporations who start getting real big and they forget about the human being that's working for them. That's what human.
I tell you, Joe, I love you. You're the best. I tell you, if I ever have a sit down, I'm calling you.
Call me. I'll handle any sit down. The guy told me today, he said, after we were done, they come up with a survey, right? It was so funny, guys. They're walking around today with a survey to survey all the Amazon workers. What is Amazon not fair to you about? After my first day of getting senators. Now, they're first coming around writing everyone up, intimidating everybody. Now, they want to walk around. The guy was literally across from me on his knees with this lady doing a survey, I guess. I told my coworker, what's he doing? Yo, come here, yo. He go, what? I said, what's he doing? Proposing to her? I said, now they're going around proposing to people. So when he left her, I said, hey, yo, did you get proposed to or something? I'm jealous. He didn't propose to me. But he waited for me for last. Hey, Joey, can I ask you a question? Yeah, I'm not writing you up right now. I'm just here to tell you I'm doing a survey. I looked at him like, you're doing a survey? And he says, what's not fair about Amazon? I said, you got all day? I said, you know I'm starting a union, right? Over here, right? He goes, yeah. I said, so we already know the answer to that, right? So then he proceeds to tell me all this stuff. I got him to admit that he lied to me already one time, that he said he told me something about not being on my phone, which he admitted he never did. I said, why don't you tell me? Because I looked at him straight in his eyes. I said, I'm looking at you face to face. You want to start this conversation any further? Tell me you lied to me first. He said, okay, I did. I said, okay, now, how am I going to trust anything else you got to tell me? Now I told him, now we're going to start the conversation like this. I said, you tell me what's not fair about Amazon. I said, you tell me what you don't like about Amazon, because I know you are getting the unfair treatment. Now you tell me what's unfair. I'll listen to you. And that's what he did. He started thinking, yeah, I did have some unfair stuff. I said, okay, you've been here since when? It's open. You never seen people move up that weren't supposed to move up. Yeah, I did see people move up who shouldn't have moved up. So I turned everything on him. Now he just told me everything I'm telling him what I'm fighting for. Wow. And he didn't even realize it. I said, now you tell him. I did the survey on him.
Hey, Joe.
I love you, Joey. You're fucking good, bro.
Joe, if I ever have a sit down with Sammy or Michael Franzese, I'm calling you. Because look,
but I want to. Yeah, but we're gonna have to have some pasta at the meeting. One thing I don't agree with when they have to sit down. Let's have a dinner first. Let them eat first, then have a sit. I would have a sit down with food. Like, come on, guys. I might die today. Can I have my last meal at least? Shit.
Hey, Joe, look. If I ever have a sit down, look. When Michael Franzese stand up, I'm calling you because look.
And I'm gonna say, what do you like?
Let me finish. Look, Michael Franzese and Sammy, they're gonna go like this. Look, Jimmy, you win. You
right. Hey, let me tell you what they're gonna do. Hey, Jimmy, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna say, listen, if we just in case we might die today, can I at least have my last meal? Can I tell you what I really want to eat? Can I have a lobster at the table, a steak? Can he have? What do you want to eat, Jimmy? In case we don't walk out of here, can we at least get a good meal like they do? At least on death row, they give you a damn meal. They give you their last meal. I think the one thing I disagree with the sit downs, whoever goes to the sit down, they get to tell them what they want to eat. And they should be able to get their last meal.
Joe,
that's the one fucking thing I don't agree with the sit downs. At least the government lets you fucking get your last meal before they kill you.
The streets will never make you grow. It's not a seed, it's a gutter. There's no happy endings in this life. So this is my message to you. streets will never love you back.
Oh. Hey, let's call Sammy. Let's call Sammy and Michael and do a mock sit down with me and you.
Look, if you didn't sit down with them, look, you know, I see.
Look, Sammy could represent you and Michael could represent me.
Look. No, because you have to be the one talking, so you have to represent me.
Oh, that's right. I got to represent you. So Sammy and Michael can team up.
It's gonna be like this. Look, they're gonna go like this, Jimmy. You win. I'm telling you.
And then we're all gonna go out and get a meal. Then we're all gonna go out to eat. You know.
Beautiful.
But listen, hey,
yo,
John. I'll see you later. You want to give a shout out to anybody? You want to plug anything?
John, graffiti mouth. I love you, brother.
Yo, thanks, bro.
Uh-huh.
I mean, you know, listen, anytime I get an opportunity, I always got to stick this out there.
Yeah.
You know, if anyone's tuning in, if you got yourself some film equipment, you know what you're doing. You know, you're looking for some good entertainers, some good scripts. Try to get in touch with Jimmy. Try to get in touch with me as well. My website is johnpaulcalandra.com. You can go see some of my work there. Try to reach out to us. We're looking to work and get a nice group together and get things rolling. That's all I can say.
I love it.
Hey, Jimmy, can I give a shout out?
Sure, go ahead.
My friend Steven Vincent and his partner, Sig D. Miguel, are coming up with a show called the Gemini Lounge. I sent you and Graffiti Mouth a link before I came on here, but keep your eyes peeled for that one. They also did The Good Shepherd and the movie that I did with them, Burning Blue, that came out too. But look out for the Gemini twins.
All right.
All right. Hey, yo, look, Graffiti Mouth. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Jimmy.
No, go ahead, Joe. Go ahead.
Graffiti Mouth. I got a friend in New York. They got the mob comedy mob. I'm gonna have him. I'm gonna get in touch with him about you. His name's Joey O. And I'm gonna see if you want to try your comedy. They do comedy stuff out there. They're really funny guys, great guys.
Does Eddie G know about them too?
That's why I want to see if I can get Eddie G hooked up, man, with them. I'm gonna tell him. So Eddie, give me your number. Get me your. Let Jimmy give you permission to get your number, and I'll give it to Joey. And then they'll tell you next time they're doing a show, or you can run with these guys. They're called the Comedy Mob in New York. They do a lot of shows, man.
Nice.
Okay.
Beautiful. Appreciate it. Thank you, Joey. Jimmy, you got
I
permission.
love you, bro. That's what it's all about, man. We throw each other ropes. We're friends.
Definitely.
Absolutely.
That's how you do it. That's how I've been my whole. That's how I've been my whole life.
Listen, that's all connections. I talk about that in the book as well, about how when you grow up and if you know someone who could help someone, why not use that connection, right?
That's what I'm about. We're old school. We're OGs. That's what we do.
Amen.
That's what we do. Like if I know someone, all I do is say, "Yo, man." They say, "What's up, Joe?" "Hey, yo, what you doing?" "Oh, hey, I got a friend to do this." "You do?" "Yeah." "You think you could do that?" If I got a friend that runs a restaurant, "Hey, man, hey, can I do can I do this? Can I do that?" You know what I mean? "Can I get a better table?" "Yeah, okay." "All right, you can get in here, Joe." "Yeah." You know, you got it. I mean, it's what it's about. You just use your, I try to tell people that, I'm big on that. That's how my family's been my whole life.
Well, that's how it's easy to tell a spiritual person is the difference between good intentions and bad intentions.
Right. If I tell people this, they go, "How come you do this, Joey? How come people work with you?" I say, it's my heart. They know where I'm coming from. And once people know where you're coming from, like he just said, like John said, Graffiti Monster said, if they know your intention is good and pure, they know, hey, it ain't about that. They know where you're coming from. They know my heart. And I know their heart. I always, when I get people to do anything for them, I always try to make sure someone I know is trustworthy and I trust so they can trust. That's another thing. I want to make sure whoever I hook you up with, I trust them. If I trust them, you'll be all right. I'm not gonna give you something I might have a question about.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, good talent is hard to find these days. So me and Eddie G, we're here to help anybody out there.
Anyway, I can.
I love it. And Eddie, just don't never get discouraged. And like I was telling him, Graffiti Mob, you can probably tell him this. It don't matter if you have a flaw. Make that flaw, what is that called? Your
signature.
That flaw your signature. Like, I got a scar here.
You got to use it. You got to utilize your flaws.
Right.
You know, you got to remember back in the day,
Right.
the original Italiano mobsters, the scary ones on the street, they weren't good looking.
No.
They were scary.
No.
For a reason.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so
just like if I date a model, I always tell them this is Beauty and the Beast right here. I'm the Beast, Beauty.
Dude, what do you got?
Hey, does that dove ever shit in the house?
Yo,
hey, man,
Joe,
come on, it's a dove.
Joe.
Of course it's going to shit in the house.
Right.
What do you think?
Wait,
if I can stop a dove from shitting, I can train doves all over the world.
Maybe, you know.
I can make $1 million. If I could train a dove stop shitting, I'd make $1 million for weddings. You know, because people gotta have some damn shit on
the doves like for the first time right now.
That could be a lot of good luck for.
I got one more, but he's on the egg. I can't bring the father because guess what the doves do? They make the father sit on the eggs when they done when they die.
That's
wow.
Man. You're there for some pages.
Yeah, but I'm gonna let you guys know, man. ALU, please support me, man. If you want to go on, even follow the page. Watch what I'm getting ready to do. They're gonna be.
The streets will never make you grow. It's not a seed, it's a gutter. There's no happy endings in this life. So this is my message to you. The streets will never love you back.
Hey, Joe. Hey, Joe, I'm going to tell you something. That's your superpower. Look, your mouth. That's your superpower. Right. I'm telling you seriously. I'm telling you, look, you could go, man. Mink, you got to you jump right in.
I said, Jimmy, he cut me off. He said, "Don't worry, I'm cutting him off real fast. Hold on." Nah,
you know what? Look,
you're like the white Barry White. You got that voice.
That's good.
I get that all the time.
That was a good one.
Yeah, I get that all the time, man. Hey, let me tell you, but I'm just saying though, y'all, I watch and see what I'm getting ready to do ALU. And once I get I still got a lot of fight to go. I got a lot of way to go. But I got people in my corner, you know what I mean now.
Joe, we're gonna get you to be one of the hosts on the new Get TV.
Oh, really? I love it. I would love it, man. Get TV, Gangsters in Training. I love it. You let me know.
It's just you read into some of the work, you get to know it really solid, and that's it. The rest is you.
Oh, I love it. I love it. You tell me when. You know what I mean?
Hey guys, so look, I'm gonna end the show. Okay, look. I love you guys. John, I'll see you later. I love you. Eddie G, thanks for coming by. You're the best. Joey D, I'll see you soon. And everybody out there, thank you for coming.
Yeah, thank you.
Everyone, we love you. Serious. Support Jimmy. This is Team Calandra for life, yo. We love y'all.
Love you, bro. See you guys soon. Eddie G, Joey, peace out. It was nice seeing you.
Peace out, brother.
God bless.
God bless, Graffiti, man. Be good, bro.
All right. Thank you, Jimmy.
Love you guys.
One love. One love.
The streets will never make you grow. It's not a seed, it's a gutter. There's no happy endings in this life. So this is my message to you. The streets will never love you back.